Hello, I'm in Mevagissey and I want to look around Mevagissey to find that perfect composition for an art project. I want to do a stitchy, sea glass, you name it, the works. Mevagissey is not going to let me down.
Paradise private beach.
In this video we will take a wander around the beautiful town of Mevagissey, taking some photos as we go of the subjects that interest me with a view to sketching them, but ultimately I want to show you how I created this piece of art. Mevagissey is a classic Cornish harbour. Look at the boats just bobbing around out there, don't they look delightful? I've chosen a good day for it too, so we should get some lovely contrasting shadows, and the blues are stunning. I think the lighthouse looks really nice. You've got the red, white and blue with the two boats and the lighthouse. It's quite a nice composition. So this is the outer harbour. Behind that rather strong wall is the inner harbour where there's a lot more boats. Now I want to get into that area. The particular place that I'm interested in is just above the harbour master's cottage. There is a couple of beautiful cottages there. Yellow and like a salmony pink. I think they would make a really good subject. Just snapped a couple of photos for reference. Not sure if I'll do a portrait or landscape at the moment. It's exciting. And just in case you're wondering, Andrew is here today. He'll be taking some snaps as well. So when we get home, when we put all those photographs together, I'm going to have, well, I think I'm going to be spoilt for choice. He always takes such good photos, so yeah, I'm just really buzzing about this today. I like the view from here as well. You've got the greens, turquoises around the rocks. You've got all the barnacles on the rocks to give you foreground interest. Those little boats, the yellows and oranges pop with the reflections. And as you come up, you can see all the kind of houses descending down the hillside and snuggling. They are clinging on such a steep hillside. They're just clinging to it. Now they would just have to be indicated rather than every house detailed. But this is a possible. I think I'll take some photos here too. The one thing this is lacking is a moving boat, isn't it? And as if by magic, one is coming out of the harbour. They're going out on a cruise, coastal cruise. Something about a blue boat, isn't there, on water. It actually tells you that the water isn't blue, it's so many different colours. The other colour boat that looks amazing is red. So it's going to be a blue or red boat, isn't it? So looking at the light now, we're straight on, flat on to those cottages now, but you've got that really dark harbour wall. I don't like dark slabs of colour like that because it kind of stops you getting further into the painting. It's almost a bit blocking you from your subject.
Do you need any rusty old chains to take home, by the way? There's some here.
Do you know, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I love painting this sort of thing. It's such a challenge to get the tones right, to make it look...
I love the colours.
3D, yeah, I do too.
You're going to give it a rub?
No. Okay, so I have a brand new sketchbook. Let's have a go.
Is this your view then?
Well, we're getting closer to those little cottages. I'm not quite there yet, but I just thought I'd do a little bit further out just to get a feel for how to capture the higgledy-piggledy nature of all those properties and how they sit amongst each other, because none of them are kind of regular, are they?
How you getting on?
I think for my first sketch I'm going to take a photograph to just give me the colours. That's the wall as it comes down. Got some lovely chunks of granite in there. So I think there's a big bollard there as well. Got to get that in, haven't we? and then that's going to be reflected down here. Quite pale, that's white. I've got our boats, I've got my water line, I've got some detail in the houses. Some gorgeous little houses up there. Very cute for the visitors, aren't they? Really.
Did you get a seagull in?
No, I haven't seen one.
There's loads of them up there, aren't there? Top of that,
There we go. No.
top of that building up there. Oh, there we go. All right. I'm happy now.
So that kind of does carry on behind those two cottages there. It's in shade now, so I'm not going to put much detail in. First sketch in a new sketchbook. It's always good to break the ice, isn't it? And that's not bad to start with. I'm going to take a photograph, colour it in when I get home. I really need a travel set of watercolours, don't I?
Yeah. Oh, another one.
Boat.
Oh,
Where's he going?
He's coming over here.
Is he going to beach on the shoreline? The chat. So we're in Mevagissey.
Yeah.
We're at a seaside town.
We are.
Are we going to get an ice cream?
Yes, we are.
Let's go. Good.
Very nice. I've got a plan. I reckon if I eat this next to the guy eating fish and chips, the seagulls will go for him first before they go for me.
Good idea. I love this shop because you've got the beautiful blue boat. You've also got the contrasting orange, yellow and blue fish crates. They really pop with colour. It looks so industrial. And the seagulls flying around. Wow. Something about a load of boys. It's the colours. So I'm going to head down towards those pastel coloured cottages now. Look at these boats. Aren't they beautiful? Cute little cottages, aren't they?
Colours would be
It's actually clapperboard. It's must be really old because all of this is like wood. So it's like a weatherboarding. And I love the fact that the windows in the net loft, what would have been the net loft anyway, are all out of alignment. Looks really cute, doesn't it? So this is going to be really difficult to describe because the cottage actually sits on the rock, the face of the rock, and then it's built on top of the rock. Another reason you'd never get planning for it these days. It's what gives it so much character though, isn't it? Isn't it gorgeous? And so you've got valerian growing out of the harbour wall here. Looking absolutely amazing today. It's beautiful. For the purposes of my sketch, I'm pretending that FH51 there isn't in my picture, but can you see what I mean by sitting on the bedrock? And those valerian look amazing.
Oh, that's been good.
I need to find out what it's called now. The yellow one is number 18, I can read that from here.
Well, I've just been up and filming it. I wish I'd known that before I come back down again.
And what the road's called? Well, pass.
I'll go and have another look for you.
Okay, so I think sketching time is up in Mevagissey. Just going to find out what the name of that property is. We haven't got time to go over to the beach and go down the metal staircase to collect some sea glass, but I've got plenty at home. I did pick up one piece on the beach before the tide came in. I don't know where I put it now. So that can go into the piece. So I'm just climbing up. The actual weatherboarding kind of overhangs. And I'll turn the camera around and show you this valerian. It's brilliant. And it looks amazing. This cottage is actually built on the bedrock. And we have a few plants, cow parsley, growing where, well, on the top there and where it meets the cottage. Quite fascinating.
(19B).
One of the quirkiest, most special properties in Mevagissey, I think. Love it. So we're back at home and I'm going to start my mixed media piece of Mevagissey today. When I say mixed media, it's kind of a combination of painting, fusing an image onto fabric and then embellishing it with embroidery, sea glass, beads, whatever you want really. I've had a look at all the photographs we took that day. Some of them are exquisite, I think you'll agree. This one is the one that I'm going to do as my stitching project. It's the little cottages at the end of the inner harbour. I have completed my sketches and it's helped to figure out the kind of colours and tones that I need to use. For this project you'll need the following. You'll need some paintbrushes, need some acrylic paints, and you'll need some of this stuff. This is Bondweb. Let's have a closer look. Bondweb is a trade name. I don't quite know what it's called. Otherwise it's probably called different things in different countries. What it basically is, it's a greaseproof paper on this side and there is a layer of sprayed glue on the other side, which I don't know if you can see glinting in the sunshine. So the first thing we've got to do is to draw the image on the paper side of the Bondweb. Now turn it over and we'll paint the image in reverse on the glue side. So the light is now fading and I think I've probably done as much as I possibly can today. I'll pick this up in a few days' time. We've got a little doggy to walk. Once it's dry, and just check that it is dry, turn it back over so that the painted side is against some fabric and then iron it. So peeling off the paper is always the tense bit. Will the image have been ironed well enough to stick to the fabric? I think that's worked pretty well. So I'm going to pop this onto a frame now and start to embroider it. Pick out the details in the windows and the foreground here where the slope of the slipway goes down to the sea. I need to define those boats, give them some outlines. I want to work on those valerian just to make them pop a little bit. I love collecting sea glass from our Cornish beaches. Sea glass is the result of many years of tumbling and produces an opacity and patina on broken glass. I like to incorporate it in my art, maybe as clumps of grass, cobbles or puddles. These actually came from a beach near Falmouth. I wanted to pick out the line of, well, it's like grass and weeds that have grown in a crack on the quay, and also some of the cobbles, and I found this beautiful yellow piece. They're quite rare down here in Cornwall, so I might include that one. And you want them in kind of like clusters that almost look random, because nothing in nature has straight lines, of course. So now let's get stitching. I tend to completely freestyle whatever stitch takes my fancy. I don't have any hard and fast rules, although I tend to use French knots to define some flowers and some distant trees, usually in tonal colours, 2 or 3 tones. Here I have some beads, multicolours, and this is the final thing I will do to this project. And here is the finished piece. I am so pleased with it. I particularly enjoyed doing all those little French knots in various pinks and purples to create that valerian. And another bit that I enjoyed doing was the weatherboarding, all the different tones of peaches to create the effect of the weatherboarding. I really enjoyed doing that. I will be popping this on our online store, which is on our website at cornishwalkingtrails.co.uk. But to be honest, I shan't be sorry if this ends up on my wall. I hope you enjoyed our video exploring Mevagissey, taking some photos and doing a bit of sketching. If you have a go at creating one of those mixed media projects yourself, get in contact, let me see what you do, send it to us on Facebook. Oh, hello.
Puppy bombed.
And leave a comment, leave a like, and don't forget subscribing on YouTube is free. So bye for now.
Bye.